Yes, you have clicked on the maiden flight of the Atom. I just wanted to let you know that at the end of this video, I'm going to be going over the setup details or final adjustment details. So stay tuned for that after the maiden video.
Okay.
One click up trim. That's it. That's normal flight. Try half flaps.
What do you need?
One click up. One more. Okay.
Flight mode 1.
You're good?
Yeah. I'm gonna do full flaps upwind.
Take it off.
Taking off.
Clear.
Clear.
Give me one more click up.
Take off mode half flaps. Full flaps.
Is there something on my head?
5
No.
minutes.
Watch my head.
Huh? You're good. You're good. Oh. You're good?
Flight
Yeah.
mode 1.
Yeah. You needed a lot of up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because it'll fly. All right. Do it again.
Okay. That was a
Take off mode half
video
flaps.
difficulties.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll show you.
Video take 2.
Yeah, video take 2. Flap trim
Full
take 2.
flaps.
Up.
Up, yeah, give me up. More, more, more. Okay, good. One more. That's it. It's trimmed.
Flight
Yep.
mode 1.
You want the other mode?
Yeah. It should only be elevator, really.
It should be.
Either like one click.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw it into the mode. I'll tell you when I'm gonna stay up high.
Yeah.
4
Level up.
minutes.
Okay, this
Okay.
is
Keep it in the boat.
vector on.
Vector on.
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Flight mode 1.
And we'll do vector with gyro on the next pass.
Okay. Is vector off now?
No, yeah, vector's off.
Off?
Yep. Okay, vector on.
Vector on.
Vector with
Hover,
gyro.
Atom, hover.
Give me left trim.
Left trim?
Yeah. 2 clicks up. More up.
Flight
Nope,
mode
that was
1.
not good.
Huh?
That was not good. I think the gyro is in heading hold. I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not have elevator. Like it didn't want to react. But normal gyro, I mean without gyro, it's good.
Without gyro is good.
Yeah.
And the vector is good.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Feel it out. Half power. Yeah. Perfect.
Perfect. Good.
CG check. Yeah. Perfect.
CG good?
Yep. Not this one.
Not this way.
Do knife edge.
Not it. See if it holds.
Yeah, it holds.
Time check. 2 minutes 13.
Straight up line with no gyro. Yeah, it did.
Two minutes.
Yep.
That's good?
Yep. Could use 5% more rate on the aileron.
Okay. You didn't use much fuel. So just check the fuel.
Knife edge is true.
True?
Yeah.
No rollover?
No.
Time check. 1 minute 12. At 1 minute mark set up.
Yeah. Next pass I'll set up.
Yeah.
1 minute.
All right, let's set up.
Set up.
50
We
seconds.
need some trim. The gear is down.
All right, gear pass, guys.
Takeoff mode half flaps.
Bank, bank.
40 seconds. 30 seconds.
You're down.
Yeah.
Full flaps.
Coming in. Feels good.
20
Landing.
seconds.
Clear.
Ten, nine,
Little bit above.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Perfect. Lined up. Half power.
Perfect.
Perfect.
All right, so we're fresh back from Montana Jets, and I just want to share my setup, final setup on the Atom, and also my opinions on this plane. We got Coco to do the maiden flight of this aircraft. Number one, Coco and David Jet Guy, they're an amazing team. They work well together, and that's the primary reason, the primary reason I actually wanted to be able to video the flight of this and actually get it on video. Part of the problem is when you share the camera to somebody who doesn't do that on a regular basis, usually the quality suffers a little bit. So that's why we got Coco to do the maiden flight of the aircraft. I put, I think, an additional 5 or 6 flights during our time in Tucson on this plane. Unbelievable. I was blown away by the flight characteristics of this aircraft. So I want to share with you guys my setup, my final setup as far as throws go. I feel like the ailerons can still have a little bit of movement, but we're going to work on that. But I'll share you where we kind of ended up. I didn't really do any hovering. I tried to do like a little flip thing, but I tell you, it's really hard. It's not my thing. I've never done it before with a turbine aircraft, so it's going to take some time to get used to it. The 4.5 liter tank, gobs of fuel. Obviously, once we start hovering or doing some more aggressive flying, we may burn through more fuel, but we were flying for about 7 minutes and landing with 50% fuel in the 4.5 liter tank. So very cool. So stock CG, amazing. When I go inverted, very little push, so it's very neutral. Knife edge, zero coupling. It just holds knife edge like you wouldn't believe. It is amazing. It feels like you're flying the big BDX in a little body. It is such a good flying plane. So Boomerang Jets, FTL Lancer, very, very impressed. So I'm gonna grab my radio, guys. I'm gonna go over the throws on the surfaces first, and then we'll take a look at the radio and the numbers in the radio. Now, if you are curious on like servo arms that we used and stuff, check the build series. There's some links down below to the playlist, and that will be more in depth of putting this plane together if you want to see the details like that. But let's go over the throws. And just another side note here, after that event, flying, I don't know, 6, 7 flights on it, just getting back from Tucson Jets here and just taking the dust off everything, but just going over everything, and everything's rock solid with the pipe system. All of our surfaces feel very good. The visibility on this plane is outstanding. The only thing I had happen during the event is one of these nose bolts came loose to hold the little slider here. This is where the latch locks in place. And I just replaced it with a 3mm flat or button head and a nylon lock nut. So that was the only thing that we had during the event that happened to this plane. So I'm gonna grab my radio, my ruler, and we'll check throws. All right, guys, so we'll start off with the simple one. That's gonna be the rudder surface. So we'll do that just to to make things easy, because that's the simplest one that doesn't have any mixes involved. So our rudder is 58 millimeters of travel. 55, yeah, 55 millimeters of travel on the rudder. As far as elevator goes, so we ended up doing
Full flaps.
less compensation than I originally added in. So initially I added in a lot more compensation on full flaps, and we ended up trimming out 28 points of compensation. So quite a bit less than I initially thought here. So as far as movements go, we'll do it in millimeters, and we'll do it at the tip, just to keep things simple. So our our elevator travel, full deflection up is 14 millimeters. Full deflection down is 14 millimeters. It's actually 13.91, but we'll just call it 14. Takeoff flaps compensation, 3 millimeters.
Full flaps.
Full flap compensation, 3.5 millimeters. So very little is needed on full flaps.
Flight mode 1.
Okay, so aileron movement. And this is where I think we need a little bit more aileron for feel. My aileron is 11.5. So 11.5 up and 11.5 down. Takeoff flaps, we'll do that next. So from the aileron to flap, takeoff, I did 32 millimeters.
Full flaps.
Full flaps. 58 millimeters. And as far as angle goes, I don't know what that angle is, but it's a nice steep angle. All right, and we will take a look at the radio setup here now. So I'm just gonna go through this stuff so you guys can see where things are set at. So we'll go through each of the servos first, just as kind of a base point, and that of course you can reference back to the build series. So we'll go to servo setup. So we've got aileron 70%, 70%. Same thing on aileron 2, elevator 80 and 71. Now the reason those elevator numbers are different is so that the travel is equal. So you'll see the elevators, both of them are a little bit different. Elevator 1 is 80 and 71, elevator 2 is 80 and 76. And that is so when those go to their limits, they're both traveling equal, so your plane doesn't have any weird coupling when you pull. Pitch and yaw, those are the vectored nozzle servos. And then rudder, we've got 60 both ways. And then flaps doesn't really matter. So that is the servo setup. Now the important thing is when we go to dual rates. Now we've got different dual rates available on all of our flight modes. Right now,
Flight mode 1.
those are all the same. We have turned them up 5%
Vector on.
as per the
Gyro off.
Maiden flight. So we're just going to adjust our
Hover, Atom, hover.
last two flight modes.
Gyro on.
There we go. So now we're the same everywhere. So ailerons 65%, 30% expo, elevator 80%, 30% expo, rudder 100%. So we're using a little bit of the servo travel adjustment and a little bit of the dual rate adjustment, but our rates as of right now are the same on all of our different flight modes. Again, great flying plane. So like I said in the start of this video, I was extremely impressed on how that Atom flew. Absolutely stellar, and I was blown away at how amazing it flew. So really looking forward to putting some more flights on that aircraft this year, getting into a little bit more of the vectored nozzle vectored thrust end of things. It's a little bit creepy if you've never done it before. At least that's the way I feel. So thanks guys for watching. Thank you Coco for doing the Maiden. Thank you David Jet Guy for helping Coco, and great event in Tucson. We had tons of fun, and we'll see you in the next video. I'm very excited to see everybody at Turbines and Tumbleweeds in Sweetwater, Texas, October 2nd to October 5th, 2025. See you there.